Long ago, there was a great kingdom, a land full of peace and pride, where people lived without fear. A young king ruled this land, strong, wise, and fearless, loved by every citizen. His army trusted him deeply. They didn't just follow orders. They followed his heart. But darkness was rising. A powerful enemy approached, and peace was about to end. A messenger brought the news. The enemy is near. War had arrived. The king called his generals. Plans were made quickly. There was no time to waste. The king stood before his army. "Fight for your people," he said. Their courage ignited. Some said goodbye forever. Tears fell silently. War demands sacrifice. The army marched forward. Every step felt heavy. Destiny awaited them. The battle began at sunrise. Steel met steel. Chaos filled the air. No one held back. War consumed everything. There was no mercy. The king fought in front, not behind his army, but beside them. War showed its true face. Pain, loss, sacrifice. Nothing was easy. Loyalty saved lives. A soldier stood for his king. Without fear. The enemy grew stronger. Pressure increased. The battle turned dark. The army was weakening. Hope began to fade. Fear returned. "Stand strong," he shouted. His voice echoed loudly. Hope returned. The army rose again. Strength returned. They fought harder. A fire burned inside them. Courage replaced fear. They refused to fall. But victory had a cost. Many lives were lost, and hearts were broken. The battle slowed down. The end was near. Silence grew heavy. The enemy king stepped forward, dark and powerful. A true threat. Two kings stood face to face. This was destiny. Only one would survive. Their swords clashed hard. Skill met skill. Power met power. The king was injured. Pain slowed him down. But he didn't stop. He took a deep breath, focused his mind, and prepared for the end. With one final strike, he gave everything and ended the fight. The enemy fell. War ended. Silence took over. Victory came. But it felt heavy. Too many lives were lost. Heroes were remembered. Their sacrifice honored. Their courage never forgotten. The king stood alone. Victory did not feel sweet, only heavy. The journey back began. Step by step. In silence. The kingdom waited. Hope and fear together. For their king. He returned as a hero. The people cried with relief. Peace had returned. But he didn't smile. He knew the truth. War changes everything. War takes more than it gives. Victory has a price. And it is never small. True strength is not power. It is protecting others. With heart. His story lived on. In every heart. In every memory. Peace returned slowly. Life began again. Hope was alive. A true king fights for others. Not for power, but for peace. That is real strength.